Excited to announce my official sponsor over the summer. That would be First Aid and Now. First Aid and Now is a family-owned business, first aid safety company that offers competitive pricing and great services. They have a wide variety of items such as AEDs, first aid kits, and all your OSHA-approved safety equipment and janitorial items. Through them, you're not just a number, you're the top priority. Call them at 573-291-9560. Again, that's 573-291-9560. And I thank him so much for the sponsorship opportunity. I'm so excited to see what we can do together over the summer. So let's get into the video. Welcome to Inside the Mink, your go-to spot for everything happening on and off the diamond all summer long. Today we have our 11th ever interview. I'm excited to introduce Will Muench from St. Louis, went to Timberland High School, the utility player, heading to Missouri S&T this fall, and this was your third year playing in the Mink League and then for the Bombers. So let's begin. What makes playing for the Bombers so special?
It's just the camaraderie of the team, really. I mean, of course, summer you're just going to shuffle guys in and out, whether it's incoming freshmen or. But this year we actually had a lot of guys return. Whether actually I shouldn't say whether it's from State Fair or not. It was from State Fair. So, uh, but I mean, I just love getting to see and play with the guys again, whether it's Retone or Russo or Dalton again. I mean, that's just what makes it special, man. It's just a laid back vibe too, and we definitely had a lot of fun. But yeah,
Yeah, you guys did have a lot of fun. I was able to broadcast for you guys. So that was a very fun experience. Just take me day by the like a day-to-day thing of you guys, how you would attack each and every day from weightlifting to rolling up for game day and all that.
yeah. So I think it really just depended on the player because this year we had pretty much everyone staying in host families, so it was a lot harder to connect with each other off the field. But we still found our time too, and I feel like everyone's just day by day was different. So mine was usually I'll wake up whatever time that is before nine I'll say that, and um usually I'll make breakfast and then I'll go see what I lived on a farm for the summer, so I had to go see what needed to be done or anything. And then usually I drove to Warrensburg to go and work out at Warrensburg with my girlfriend. Thank you, Jordan. And and then after that I'd go straight to early work at 3:15, get there around 3, and then get into it. I mean, there was probably close to 100 Uncrustables consumed this summer, I would say.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a lot of like I like Incrustables, but I don't think I eclipsed that mark. But I'm finally getting on a sleep schedule, so that's kind of what I'm liking because I would get back so late I could not wake up before 11, it felt like.
Seriously, man. Especially like if you got the lampshade drawn down, man. It's hard to wake up on some of those mornings, but you got to, man.
Yeah, you just got to. So kind of take me through your encompassing your entire experience as a bomber. What are some things that you should be aware if you're going to go be a Sedalia bomber and play at Liberty Park Day Field?
The field is amazing. Of course, everyone knows that. Um, so the field's amazing. The experience is really fun, honestly, and there's a lot of memories that you'll make, and it kind of does feel like a little junior college vibe. And I mean, my JUCO guys, they'll know what I mean by that. But and then the experience just with the guys is amazing. And then coach with Drake Miller, Drake, he was there the past 2 seasons, and I absolutely loved him. He was such a great coach, and it's just crazy how first 2 seasons he's one of the best coaches I've ever had, and he just started coaching. It just shows how well he can connect with guys and just really motivate people to play at their best.
Yeah, and early on the season, you had a little hitting streak of yours going back, I want to say the first couple weeks. When you're on, what is like the number one thing you kind of focus on, or is kind of like spinning so well together that's equal to the success?
I would say the biggest thing whenever a hitter feels like he's on, I feel at my most balanced. I feel like I'm seeing pitches really well, whether they're above or below the zone. And then I see off speed really well. And I feel like, funny enough, sometimes whenever I'm hitting my best, I'm not thinking about anything at all. that's
Hmm.
that's probably the safest thing for me because I don't know, your brain gets rolling, things just start piling up. I mean, baseball's 80% mental. So if you can control the mental side of it, it makes the physical side a lot easier.
Yeah, that is indeed. So you are a bunter sometimes. You also can drive the ball for power. You showed a lot this bunt. Was that something that you like were like, I'm just showing just to see what the third baseman reacts, or were you actually thinking about laying it down?
So I started bunting whenever I was about 12 years old, mainly because I think how the story goes, I wish my dad was here so I could go down and get him. But I think I was going through a little rough patch in my 12U ball, and he's like, "All right, let me show you this thing." Because whenever you're struggling at all, you can just lay one down and it'll be fine. But there was definitely some situations against certain teams wherever I would try to drag the third baseman in as much as I could so that it just opens up more holes for me to try to punch one through. But I mean, I'm always sneakily looking down at third base, and I'm trying to get some pole bunts in my game, but we'll see how that develops.
So a little push bunt action, I should say.
Yeah.
Back on this year, what was like your memorable experience that you're never really gonna forget about playing for the Sedalia Bombers?
I mean, there's so many. I know a lot of guys are going to say there's a bunch, but there really are a lot. Whether it's honestly whether it's playing Clash Royale with you on the bus, man, we're grinding at like 1 a.m. Everyone else is asleep and we're just going crazy together. Or of course, Mafia. You can't Mafia's top tier with Chris Miller narrating, man, or even Ryan Retone. It's just the best out there, and all the new rules we added. But uh, dugout, just I'd probably say favorite memory. Favorite memory was probably, you know what? Let's go with a late one. Let's go. Let's go Pizza Ranch.
Okay.
That involved everyone, and that hit everyone the same, I should say.
Yeah,
In the
that was
stomach, man.
that did have an impact on that next game, I would say. I said it before the game. You guys are either gonna win by 10 or lose by 10. I really feel like there's no in between.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, we were definitely feeling it physically after that. That was,
I will say though, that mac and cheese pizza, I didn't know about it. It was really good. Like that was something
dude,
that surprised me.
yes, Lance definitely put us on. Buffalo chicken was my favorite there, honestly. And then Lance put us on with you got some of the dessert one too, didn't you?
I didn't actually did
Uh,
not. I'm not a big like sweets guy, like over the summer. But then the moment I start cutting weight for wrestling, all I want is just so much sweets. I'm like, why can't I just like be during the summer? I really like sweets.
yeah, I know what you mean. I did. I'll always eat a sweet treat. That's one thing my friends know about me. My girlfriend knows about me. I'm ready for anything, man.
Okay, well, let's kind of roll into this like on the road. Like, I think my diet consisted of QT, Casey's, and McDonald's. What is like your go-to when you're on the road with the Bombers?
I mean, of course, it's hard to eat healthy whenever you're on the road. So I tried to pack as many packed lunches as I could, try to save money too, of course. So that's where all the Uncrustables came in. But if I was really feeling it, I would go to, I mean, Casey's, their popcorn chicken's pretty good, honestly. And that's decently healthy. But if you're talking McDonald's full blowout meal, the most I'd I'd probably go like 4 or 5 McChickens. But I think McChickens are the way, man.
They are indeed the way. So now we're gonna kind of roll into my only segment I have on this show. It's called the rundown. It's just answer as many questions as you can answer in 30 seconds. Favorite MLB team,
Cardinals,
favorite baseball player,
Derek Jeter,
favorite ballpark snack,
hot dog,
favorite baseball movie,
Major League,
a walk-up song,
um, the outfield, Your Love by the outfield,
favorite jersey number,
7,
favorite sports drink.
Body Armor.
Is that something that's been a go-to for yours? always. Like I've like kind of rolled into this liquid IV phase.
Okay, I do mess with liquid IV. I really, because I honestly I probably drink liquid IV the most. I would say like post game or like the day after and stuff. But I think I'm I mean I'm a big like body armor, but I only like strawberry banana for the most part.
Okay.
That's my favorite. And then I like Prime too or Gatorade, but I think I think body armor is just that's my current like that's my current favorite right now, I'd say.
Mhm. And then during the season, I will say you probably had one of the most catchiest walk-up songs when I knew you were up, this song was playing. Is that something? I mean, you've told me how you select it. I feel like everyone should know how.
Yeah. It's well, I started out with my bubble gum and then I just wasn't feeling it. So then I switched to Your Love by the Outfield, which is also my walk-up song last year. But I mean, of course, everyone knows how it goes. If you don't know the song, then you can look it up and you'll know how it goes.
Yeah.
But I ended up picking it because my girlfriend's actually older than me. And so I mean, I like my girls a little bit older, man. Like,
That's too funny. Yeah, I mean, the amount of times I think I was just yapping to you on the bus, I feel like this interview, I could pretty much go anywhere with this and we'd be able to talk about anything basically.
seriously, man.
Going to a new school, it's something that's not new for you. You've gone to three schools in 3 years. What is something you've kind of adapted to of I know what to expect now of when I go to new guys, how to meet myself and create a good connection.
Yeah, that's a good question. I would say, of course, I was nervous going to St. Louis Community College, but I mean, it helped that I knew a couple of the guys. So what I usually try to do is I try to really stick with the people I know, and then eventually, within the first day or two, I can really get a read on people and just kind of see. Because I mean, I it's hard for me to hate somebody, but I just like talking to everyone, and I'm sure I'm gonna ask a load of questions the first day, as in what high school did you go to, what position you play. Actually, I should start with what's your name. That's probably the most important one. But yeah, I'm a yapper, so I'll probably find out everyone's favorite MLB team or college team, and then I'll put my opinion in there, and then they won't want to be friends with me probably. But
Well, I mean, your opinion worked out to perfection. I mean, you had an entire crowd to yourself, I want to say there and right, correct?
where was that at, man?
Your Bush Stadium, remember?
Oh
That
yes.
photo,
Oh,
like, I was so shocked. I'm like, bro, it looks like you guys are the only ones in that section.
dude, we so I got those tickets for free. I so we went Monday, Tuesday night, and there was literally no one there Monday night in the same section because we weren't sitting there. You can just walk around wherever at Bush
Mhm.
because there's not that many people. But there was legit nobody. And Jesus Sanchez, I think it is. He was the right fielder for the Marlins. And of course he plays catch in between innings, and then he'll just look up at somebody, and he looked up, and he's like, "Why is that guy sitting alone with his girlfriend?" And then he smiled, and then dude, perfect dot right into the hand. So that definitely got me some brownie points. So I gotta. My girlfriend left the ball here, but I'm gonna give it to her tonight whenever I go see her. So
You should sign it.
man, that would probably deteriorate the value of the ball itself, I think, man.
And then obviously everyone does one that kind of focuses on one thing in the summer from their coaches, just maybe individual. What was one thing you kind of wanted to focus on this summer? So when you get to that spring season, you're perfected that certain aspect of your game.
Yeah, I was trying to be aggressive as I could, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Like the game against Jeff City, wherever I went 4 for 5, I don't even think I saw 10 pitches probably, just because I went to the box with my approach, knew what I wanted to get, and that's what I got. And I feel like everything has something to work on. I feel like I just need to keep getting 1% better every single day, and I feel like I did that during the summer. Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, everyone, it's hard to do it just because you're competing every single day to really like, okay, I mean, now I can focus on this, but it's only for like a day in batting practice. And before you know it, you have to put it in a game and see how it goes.
Exactly, exactly. And I feel like it's just whenever you're, I would say whenever you're in a slump, it's very hard just because sometimes in the summer you don't have like resources to go to. So then you have to get there early to BP and it's 105 degrees. But I mean, it's all about the work you put in. And even though you don't get practice time during the summer, it's all about the pregame batting practice and stuff. So
Yeah, you guys should get there very early. I mean, I feel like for the first couple weeks, I was like, I'm gonna arrive when the Bombers players do, and then I guess my arrival time just kept getting later and later, and I'm showing up like an hour 30 before first pitch, barely talking to you guys.
yeah, I mean, getting there at 3 o'clock basically, it it was pretty difficult on those hot days, of course, especially being on the turf. But I feel like you definitely get into that groove. Some days are harder than others, especially if you're on a skid or something. But I've been doing it for 3 years with the Bombers, so I kind of already knew what I was going to get into coming into this summer, and I was just hoping the heat would stay off as long as possible.
Hey, I think it did a really good job of not really coming in until very late in the season. I mean, even though it was turf, I feel like there was days when you get to that game though, it's not even that bad.
Oh, 100%. I feel like it didn't really start getting hot till like, of course, July, but probably like July, that second week of July. It was, and then I saw, well, this week it's supposed to be like 80 degrees in Lake St. Louis with me, man. Like it's supposed to be nice and breezy this week. It's gonna be nice, man.
Nice. So obviously the season did not go expected with wins and losses, but what was the vibe in the dugout of the season like? We're still here to get some work in and still here to play the eventual game.
Yeah. The biggest thing is, of course, you want to win as many ball games as you can, and I feel like we that was always the mindset, and we I would love to know the stats because I feel like we were one of the best 7 inning teams. Granted, we would always say that in the dugout, but I don't know the stats. But we we were definitely trying to compete and work as hard as we can and try to make each other better. And I feel like we did that, and just the sometimes the scorebook just didn't reflect that.
Well, I mean, I feel like you fought every single game. I mean, going to that last game, you guys had the lead. Obviously, that walk-off ended it, but it was one of those situations you guys were playing for nothing for that last game, but you guys were still going all out. I saw some diving efforts, some quality at bats, some team at bats as well.
Yeah, on the last game, we really carried in the same mindset that we did all summer. We tried our best every single game, and going to that last one, whether there was something or nothing on the line, we wanted to play for each other, and that's the biggest thing. Whenever you have your teammates back and you have your coaches back, that's just kind of what the Bombers were about. Like I know that all those guys would take a bullet for me, and I'd take one for them too. So
Well, this was an awesome year and very memorable for my book, being your guys' broadcaster and getting to know all you guys. Any last words before we wrap this up?
go Bombers, baby.
Well, that is all we have for the interview with Will Minch. It was a great interview, and I want to thank him for taking his time out of his day. That is all we have. Please like and subscribe as the Mink Marathon is on its last stretch, the home stretch of this with some more interviews to come. So have a great rest of your guys' day.